What's up guys, Tom here with Xtreme Air Vents. I'm going to show you how to install your new Gen 5 intakes that you've just recently purchased on the factory intake plastics. So let's get right into it. Okay, so these are real easy obviously to take off. Look at that Deviant ink holographic wrap, just, oh, it's so cool. Anyway, back at it. So real easy, we're going to take these Torx screws out, 3 of them on each side with a number 25 Torx. We'll get those taken out and we'll take the vents off. You might be asking yourself, what makes the Xtreme Air Vents vent better than factory? I'm gonna show you right now, okay? Now the problem with these vents is they're molded into this plastic, this pre-filter, okay? You can see these are good vents. They're not torn, ripped, anything, but just a minimal amount of pressure. If I push down on this, you can already hear it. Okay, it's already torn. See that edge? It's torn. Okay, so when you roll your sled over, I was not pushing down very hard on that. When you roll your sled over and that pushes down, it's now torn. So you have to replace it. Now this is no big deal. These are torn, ripped, whatever, because the new ones are gonna go over this. We're gonna be cutting out this pre-filter. I'll go over that more. So now you've got your vent over on the bench. In your package, you're gonna have your vents with the 3M adhesive already stuck on. You're gonna have a little tube of 3M primer and these little plastic things, okay? I'll explain what these are here in a minute. But the first thing we're gonna do, and this is the #1 question that I get asked, do I just place the vent over the factory pre-filter? And the answer is no. The reason is because even though this pre-filter is extremely waterproof, it doesn't let the moisture and stuff through, and it will get trapped between the 2 layers and it will ice, and then it will plug off your vent. So this pre-filter that I use is thicker than the factory pre-filter. You don't need to worry about needing 2 layers of pre-filter. This is more than sufficient to do better than factory actually. So we're gonna cut this out with a sharp blade. Comes out really quick. I'm gonna use an X-Acto blade and I'll cut it out. Okay, so now you can see I've got all that pre-filter cut out, all clean, ready to go. Okay, the next step is gonna be some isopropyl alcohol. Going to completely wipe down the outside edge of this frame. This is just to remove any oils or other adhesives that are stuck on the plastic from the factory, especially when they're new. Okay, so wipe that off really good, allow it to dry. The next step is you're gonna get this little primer. See where the little dot is? You're gonna squeeze that and you'll hear it break. Okay, you hear that crack. Now you wanna turn it so that the applicator has the primer on it. And now what you're gonna do is you're just gonna run this around that outside edge, okay, with that applicator. Run it all the way around. Now this one applicator is enough to do both vents. So you don't need to spend too much time. Just make sure that every surface on that top piece is covered, okay, where the vent's gonna go. That little applicator makes it real easy. I'm going around these pieces right here on the inner bars, okay? Now we're gonna allow that to dry for about 5 minutes. Okay, so once that's dried and cured, that primer, we're gonna install the vents. Now one extremely critical thing that I need to address is this needs to be done in a warm room. Now I'm in a heated shop today, so if you're in, you need to be above 70 degrees Fahrenheit. So take these inside your house. If you're not in a heated garage, just take these somewhere warm. Another trick that helps that adhesive cure of the 3M tape is you can put them in front of a heater for a few minutes. Let me show you what that looks like. Okay, so I have these vents. They've been sitting in front of this heater, this little barn heater for a few minutes. And that'll be plenty to get that adhesive nice and warm. It'll stick down really quick and secure. Please do not be tempted to use a heat gun to warm up that adhesive. I don't care how good you are with one of these, you could potentially melt that pre-filter, and you don't want to do that. probably my best friend for selling vents because a lot of people putting on their wraps melt through the pre-filter. So don't use that heat gun, just use a hair dryer from kind of far. You just want to get it warm. You don't want to get it hot, okay? So now that we've got the primer on there, our vent's ready to go on. So all we have to do is start at a corner and get that release paper taken off. Okay, we're gonna peel that off. And simply, we're gonna center this over the holes and stick it down. Align it as good as you can. Before you put any pressure on it, make sure all the holes are nice and lined up. These areas particularly, where the holes are gonna go. That's where these little pieces are gonna come in. Once you feel pretty comfortable, one thing you can check is these pieces are directional, so you got left sides and right sides, so you can make sure that these slide in those holes and snap in. That's how you know that that's aligned correctly, okay? You can leave those in or take those out for now, but now the next step, once you feel pretty good that you've got that lined up right, you want to apply, 3M recommends 15 pounds of pressure per inch for this whole vent. So we want to apply pressure to every inch along this outer edge and across these bars, okay? We're gonna push down and make sure that that makes a good bond. Now that primer that we put on, the plastic, is designed specifically to help this 3M adhere to plastics. And trust me, you almost cannot get them off without seriously having to scrape the adhesive. So go all the way around the vent, applying pressure to every surface all along the outside edges. Okay. Now 3M, if you read the instructions, they recommend leaving it in a warm area. Okay, so we would take these in the house, leave them in the house or leave them in the shop if you've got a heated shop. They cure for 72 hours. Now, could I take this out the next day and go riding? Sure you can. But for the perfect application, the perfect installation, you're gonna let these cure for up to 72 hours in a warm area. And that's it, that's the installation. Super durable, super strong. They're not gonna peel off the edges because they're wrapped. We wrap these around the frame, added durability throughout the entire vent. Now, these little pieces that I created, they're gonna slide in here, and what they have is they have a little flange around them. So what that flange is gonna do is it's just gonna give an added strength to that vent as you put the screw in to make sure that that vent cannot ever come off, okay? So find the left, find the right. So they are directional. You'll see that they have different design. They're gonna slide in there, and then we're gonna go install that on the sled, okay? And that's all there is to it. Okay, we're gonna go ahead and reinstall these. Just quick note, you do not have to tighten them super tight, okay? It's a plastic. This is a very coarse screw going into a plastic piece. So it doesn't need to be torqued down. You just, as soon as it starts to tighten up, you're done, okay? That's it. Okay, so those vents are all installed. You can see how those just look really good. Okay, a lot more strength and durability. You can push down on them. They'll still flex. They're still gonna pop the snow off. That is the finalized installation. All right, guys, thanks for watching the installation of the Gen 5 intake. Like and subscribe if you would. Keep this going. Got some more videos coming up real soon. Some follow-up videos from the previous ones of last year on the 21 Turbo. So watch for those coming up. Do the bell thing, liking thing, subscribing thing, so that you continue to get notified when I throw a video on. Peace out.